Good morning, students. Welcome to today's session. In the previous video, I explained about activity 1 and activity 2 and the introduction of the chapter 10. What is that chapter 10? Some natural phenomena. In that, we have to discuss about lightning and earthquake. In this video, we'll discuss about activity 3 and activity 4. So, what is activity 3? See, to find the presence of a charge on a body. What is activity 3? To find the presence of charge on a body. How to find a charge on a body? Whether a body is charged or not. For that, you have to take a retort stand and you take a small thermocol ball, and that ball you have to wrap it with silver foil. Silver foil means it is made up of silver metal. So wrap it to this thermocol ball and hang this thermocol ball with the help of that thread, or suspend this thermocol ball which is wrapped in the silver foil with the help of thread. Now take one glass rod. Now you take one glass rod and rub it with the silk cloth. When it is rubbed, the glass rod acquires some charge. So when that charged glass rod bring nearer to this thermocol ball which is wrapped in the silver foil, then you can see an attraction between this glass rod and this thermocol ball. Here you can find an attraction, the thermocol ball which is wrapped in the silver foil only. Without the silver foil, you cannot find any attraction, because the silver foil which contains a metal. So that when the charged glass rod brings near this thermocol ball, then it acquires this thermocol ball which is wrapped in the silver foil. It acquires an opposite charge. Due to that, there is an attraction. You can see there is an attraction between this thermocol ball and this glass rod. That is case 1. Now you make the thermocol ball, touch the thermocol ball with the help of this glass rod. In the first case, just bring nearer to the thermocol ball. Then after that, you make this thermocol ball touch with this glass rod. Then the charge which is acquired by the glass rod is transferred to the thermocol ball which is wrapped in the silver foil. So whatever the charge the glass rod has, the same charge is acquired by this thermocol ball. Then again, take this glass rod, because the charge is transferred to this, it is uncharged, so or discharged. Then you take this glass rod and again rub with the silk cloth. Then it acquires some charge. Again that glass rod bring nearer to this thermocol ball which is already charged by this glass rod. Then when you are bringing nearer, closer to this thermocol ball, the thermocol ball moves away from the glass rod. The thermocol ball moves away from the glass rod. Why? What is the reason for this? Here, in the first case, whatever the charge it acquires by the glass rod, the same charge is having the thermocol ball. Again, when you are bringing nearer to the glass rod, that charged glass rod, this glass rod has the same charge, and even this thermocol ball also having the same charge. Both are having the same charge. So due to the same charge, you can find out, we can see repulsion between these two objects. The thermocol ball which is wrapped in the silver foil and the glass rod. So from this we can see that this here you see in the first case, a charged body is brought near an uncharged body. The thermocol ball was uncharged. So when you bring a charged body near the uncharged body, it induces an opposite charge. So when you bring glass rod to the thermocol ball, if it has positive charge, then it acquires a negative charge. So there is you can find an attraction between positive and negative, and gets attracted by the body. In the second case, we have charged the thermocol ball by touching it with a charged glass rod. So then both of them have similar charge and gets repelled by the glass. In the second case, both of them have the same charge. Due to that, they repel each other. From this activity, we came to know that the attraction is not a sure test to know the presence of a charge on a body. By the attraction or repulsion, this test is not suitable to find that a body is having a charge or not. Next, activity 4. What is activity 4? Demonstrating the transfer of charge. So how the charge transfers from one object to another, or one body to the other body. For that, we have one activity. You have to take a empty bottle. Here in our textbook, it was given as jam bottle. So take an empty jam bottle which is made up of a glass material, and take paper clips are there. So these clips are made up of metals. So take that metal clip, one metal clip, and take the cardboard, and you take a piece of cardboard and place it on the mouth of this jam bottle. I'll place it above the jam bottle, and this cardboard at the middle, you have to make a small hole, or take the paper clip and make it like this, and pierce this paper clip through the cardboard into this jam bottle. Then this paper clip is having two ends. One end should be upper and the other end is into the jam bottle. And at another end, you have to collect aluminum foil. It contains aluminum metal. Take the foil and cut into small strips. That aluminum foil you cut into the small strips like this, and hang these strips like this into the paper clip. And you take precaution that these two should not touch each other. Just maintain a little distance between these two and hang these two metal clips. What are these? Strips which are made up of aluminum. Then, and these aluminum strips should be perpendicular to this parallel. This is the paper clip and these are perpendicular to this metal clip. Next. Now take a refill. This is the arrangement of activity. Now take a refill and rub with the silk cloth or the woolen cloth or polythene sheet, and bring nearer to this metal clip, paper clip which is made up of metal, and bring nearer to the metal clip and make and touch the paper clip with the refill, and make to touch the paper clip with the refill. Because when you rub the refill with the polythene sheet or the woolen cloth, the refill acquires some charge. So the charged refill, when you make touch with this paper clip, the charge transfers from the refill to the metal clip to this aluminum strips. Due to that, you can see instead of these two, there is a change between these two aluminum foils. You can find these two are moving away from each other like this. These two aluminum strips, they are moving away from each other. Why? Earlier, these two strips are like this, just they are parallel only. There is no attraction, no repulsion. But when you bring the charged refill near this, not near, make to touch this metal clip, then you can find there is these two metal strips moving away from each other. How does it happen? Because the charge from the refill through this metal conductor, means through this metal clip, the charge transferred to this aluminum strips. So these two are made up of the same metal, and these two acquire the same charge which is having the refill. So due to that, because of the same charges, we can find, you can see repulsion, or due to that repulsion these two moves away from each other. Then after, remove the refill. Just touch the paper clip with your hand. Just touch the paper clip with the hand. Just when you touch, again these aluminum strips are like this only. Original position only. How does it happen? So when you touch this paper clip, whatever the charge acquired by these aluminum strips, that charge through this metal conductor is transferring to your hand, from your hand to your body, and from body to the earth. So when the charges are moving towards the earth, that is known as earthing. We will call it as earthing. Here you see, the strips carrying similar charges repel each other, hence they move apart in the first case. Next, when you touch that charged metal strips with the help of this paper clip, just if you touch the paper clip, and you can find out this aluminum strips are as usual, because the charge from the aluminum strips with the help of this paper clip is passing through our body, from our body to earthing. The process of transferring of charge from a charged object to the earth is called earthing. What is earthing? One more question. The process of transferring of charge from a charged object to the earth is called earthing. So in the construction of the buildings, they provide earthing to avoid, they will, here you see, earthing is provided in the buildings to protect us from the electrical shocks due to any leakage of electric charge. So they will give that earthing connection. And even in our daily life, you can find out Hindu temples, they will construct the Dvajastambha before that temple. Before that Gopuram, there is a Dvajastambham. Why they built that Dvajastambham? Because to avoid the lightning, this Dvajastambham is acting as a conductor, metal conductor. So the lightning is passing through that Dvajastambham to earth, to avoid the damage to that temples and all. And this Dvajastambham is constructed, that material used for the construction of the Dvajastambham is metals only, either the copper or some copper only they used to make that Dvajastambham. And even on the earth also, wherever they are fixing this Dvajastambham, that down they used to what is that? Some copper metals, strips and coins, they will put there on the floor, and on that they will make to stand this Dvajastambha. So lightning, it is the huge amount of electric charges. So what is lightning? Lightning is nothing but it is sparks and the electric lightning. These two are the same phenomena. But this lightning, these sparks, electric charges are moving on a huge scale. On the huge scale. So lightning time, to avoid the damages to the buildings and all, nowadays they're constructing the electric conductors or electric conductors. In the nowadays they're constructing that 10-story buildings, like multi-story buildings. So to protect that from the lightning, they're using the metal conductors. Metal conductors means on the top of the building they will fix one metal. So whatever the lightning that a charge is passing, that charge is attracted by this metal. From the metal to side, they will give the connection to the earth. So the charge, without destroying the building, the charge flows from the metal conductor to the earth without destroying the building. So this is about earthing and activity 3 and activity 4. Thank you.